Alright guys, so back from vacation, I'm going to whip this video up and get it posted real quick. So this is a massive unboxing of all the stuff that I've had for probably about a week, and then all the stuff I got over the past week while I was gone on vacation. So it's a huge unboxing, and I'm excited to show you guys what I've got. Hopefully coming up for the flat deck, which should be on the water soon. But we can talk about some of the delays and stuff later. But for now, we'll talk about the fun stuff. So I'm going to start with some of the more rough stuff I got. So this is just an e-box. I have 3 extra e-boxes right now just because I like to stock up on these kinds of things, because it's nice to have extra parts and such. So I just have an extra e-box here. Not beautiful, but better than nothing. So probably going to try to use this e-box in the flat deck, but I've got a little bit cleaner one upstairs I might use instead. So this thing isn't beautiful, but the price was alright, so why not? The guy, he was parting out his entire ski. It had been in it had a fire, so I just decided, what the heck, I got a bunch of stuff off of him. So these are some of the parts I got out of his ski. I got a throttle cable here. Pretty basic, no big deal. Got a little bit crispy, but pretty cheap. I'm just gonna seal it back up again, make sure that it's in good working condition though, like the ends aren't frayed or anything like that. So we got that. It's alright. So these parts ended up being a little bit more rough than I had hoped, but it's all good. So I got the stator here, all types of hacked up. This thing, the ends got burnt on it, so I'm just going to have to rewire it and stuff. But a good working stator, it just needs to be rewired. So that's another thing on the list. And then, sorry, this might be a little bit shaky because I am on my own doing this. So got another flywheel here. Good condition, teeth are all looking good. It could use a little bit of a cleaning, but all in all, just gonna lap the just gonna lap it to the whatever crank I throw it on, and it'll work. I'm sure it'll work great. All the magnets look good on it. So I don't know, we'll see how it is. Actually, now that I look at this, it kind of looks like it's a glued one. No, it's riveted. We're good. Okay. Because there were glued magnet ones, and then there were also riveted magnets, and the glued magnets, they would actually end up flying off and stuff. So you definitely, if you have a glued magnet, I forget what years actually had the glued magnets. It was earlier years, but if you have glued magnets, I would look that up and just look up what years and just check that out, because if you lose one of those magnets in there, it's gonna cause a little bit of a headache. So that's what I got off of his ski, just stator, throttle cable, e-box, flywheel. And then he just threw this in, this turf kit. I don't even know if I'm going to use it. He just said I could have it because it was for his ski, and then obviously it had some issues, so I might just try to sell it cheap to someone, I don't know. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll probably just offload it, but it was extra. He said I could have it, so that. And then here's the e-box gasket. He just threw that in. It's all taped up, but I have extras that I'll show you in a little bit. But that's what I got off his ski. And then these are some of the other parts for the flat deck also. So this is my 440 Impeller. It's a 16 pitch, I believe. Yes, Scat 16. So it'll hopefully do well. I don't know. Well, it's kind of my first experience with 440 stuff, so I was just kind of told that this is a good impeller pitch, so we'll give it a try, and if it doesn't work, then we'll just do something new. If it doesn't, we'll figure it out regardless. So that's another thing that I got. And one part that's really cool, I actually will show you in the engine kind of recap, because I did get that together, so we'll get all that going. And I'll show you that because that part is awesome, but it's currently installed on the engine. So here's another interesting. I just got some new old stock e-box gaskets. Nothing crazy, but always good that if you take apart your e-box and the gasket, you're even questioning it a little bit, just replace the gasket, because if water gets in this thing, it's not gonna be good. So now these are really cool. So these are some specialty tools that a guy that I know makes, all CNC'd, and they're designed for getting the flywheel off. I believe it just spans the flywheel, so it holds the flywheel like that, just as an example. The pins go in. So that's a flywheel holder to help get the flywheel off. And then this also helps get your couplers off your drive shaft and your crankshaft, because if you just stick bars and stuff in there, it's really easy for the ears on those things to break. So that's a really nice piece for the couplers. And then this holds the drive shaft. It has two little pieces, little dowel rods in there to hold the drive shaft, because the drive shaft has a hole through it. So it's a guy, Tim, that I know. He makes awesome stuff, and he's doing great stuff for the 550s and making these kinds of jobs that we all hate much more simple. So I'm excited to use those. I'll make a video of when I first use them, because I am really excited about them. I just got those yesterday. So that's that. And then, oh, and then here's a couple more parts off that the guy's ski. He gave me some red grips. Maybe I'll use them, I don't know. I have another 550, and well, I don't really know what I'm going to do with it yet. So then I just have the start-stop switch complete. I've got like 2 of these, I believe, so I don't know which one I'm going to use. This one got a little crispy, so I might have to like re-sleeve it or something just to be safe, but I don't know. We'll figure that out later. I have another good one that's in good condition, so we'll see about that one. Then what else do we have in here? Just a little pisser. Just, it matches the blue aluminum, matches everything else that I've got going on the ski. And then some oversized inserts, because I did strip out 2 of my inserts on my red 550 that's up north right now. So I just got these oversized ones. I'm going to throw these in. And then my ride, it's for the ride plate, by the way. So oversized ride plate inserts, and 2 of them basically are completely stripped out. So I'm going to replace 2 of them right now, and then if I have to replace the other ones, I will later. So that's cool from Watcon. So if you need ride plate inserts, and let's say you try to JB weld them in or something, then you can get these. I might make another video just kind of talking about this so it's easier to find, because I know some people might not watch the whole unboxing. So I'll talk about some of this stuff individually again, but just in the unboxing, here they are. So just a little set of pump bolts, and then ride plate intake grate for the flat deck. Another thing you just got to get. And I actually kind of forget what this is. Oh, this is for the pump, or the steering cable, and then also the little tabs on the bottom of the ski. I just like to stock up on some of this stuff. I always get extra stuff. My buddy gives me a hard time sometimes for ordering extra stuff, but I always like to have extras, because then if it ever breaks, it's always on hand. And then this is a really cool piece I got from a guy, and it was and is, I guess, still a new old stock jet trim front block off. So if you want to run your West Coast extended tank, or you just want to get rid of that front fill, this looks pretty cool. So I got this. It was pretty expensive, but pretty sweet. It's a jet trim, new old stock filler block off. So that's pretty sweet. And then it came with a cool old sticker. I kind of felt guilty opening it, but we're going to use it, and it is what it is. So that's that stuff. And then this is a really cool piece that I'm excited about, that I don't really know when I'm going to use it or if I'm going to use it. I just got it because I just wanted it. So I picked this up. Lean that up there a little bit. It's just a Kaufman half pipe, and this is definitely the most popular half pipe that people run on their skis. And the only reason that I like it's cool, but it's different from my other one, is that my other one now eats up so much fuel because it has all the modifications to it. So if I want to go on any kind of a long ride, it's basically impossible unless you have an extended tank. So with this, with my Gen 1 half pipe, it has a coupler on there, like right here. Instead of this part being fixed to the pipe, there's a coupler there, and you can look back at any of my videos where I show that ski, and you'll notice that this part in the pipe, like the bracket, I guess, that connects to the pipe or the stock manifold and the pipe are separate, and there's a coupler in the middle. So that means you can actually spin the half pipe out towards you to give you room to run that extended gas tank. But with this, there's no way you can run an extended gas tank with this. You have to run the stock tank because it is all fixed and it's all one piece. So I mean, I might use it. It was a good price on it, so I bought it, and I might just give it a try one day if I have time. I might just pull that tank out and swap it, try it for a couple weeks, and then swap back if I want to. All just depends on what happens. I'm not really that worried about it though, so that's just a cool thing. I'm excited to give it a try because a lot of people do really like these pipes. So I got that. As you can see, we're getting a decent pile over here. And then I have some stuff from Blowsion that was just a couple things that I needed just to get the flat deck fuel system together. So I've got the external fuel pump, and it's just like a high volume fuel pump, and I can open it really quickly for you. So basically the idea with this is it looks really clean, so I'm excited to throw it in the ski. But the idea is that then you can remove the pump side off of the SBN carburetor, and I have a whole thing explaining this also about a 650 fuel pump works, but I personally hate the 650 fuel pumps just because they don't look very good. I'd rather just buy this one that looks clean and it's new. So I got this. I have a video, I'll throw that up too, I think, as I upload all these tonight, just so that it makes sense. But I got this external fuel pump so I can remove the pump side of the carburetor, and then I don't have to run a spacer or a BCW intake manifold to put the SBN on my skis. So, and I can talk about all that in that video. I recorded it a while ago, I just haven't put it up yet. And then this is the block off plate, because you need a plate when you remove all that pump stuff. You need a plate to throw on there to block it. So it's just a Blowsion. It's pretty cool. I don't know if you can see that. It just has their logo on it. And then they have the hardware. So since you remove all those layers of like fuel pump, all the fuel pump assembly, you need shorter hardware. So that goes in there too. And then just kind of boring stuff after that. Just a little fuel filter. We're going to give it a try. Little breather valve, which I'm pretty sure is the wrong size, so I might not even get to use it, but that is what it is. And then 2 fuel jets for my 2 low speed fuel jets, or idle, or whatever you want to call it, for my dual carbs, because the one that I had in it was a 70, and that ran awesome, except I had to pull the screws, the low screws, I had to back them way out, so they were so far out that I'd end up riding, and then within probably about 15 to 20 minutes, they'd end up rattling out, and then the thing would start running like crap because it didn't have the screws in it anymore, because they would fall right out, the adjustment screws. So then I put 75s in it. So I went from a 70, which was running great, all the way out to a 75, which I put in, and I could basically turn those things almost all the way in, and it was still way too rich. It would like hesitate and stuff, and it was just dumping a bunch of fuel. So I got these 72.5s, which is kind of the in-between, so hopefully that will clear up all my issues with that because if it doesn't, I'm just going to leave it, because doing jet changes on those carburetors is a complete pain. And I'll throw the head strap on with the GoPro, and I'll record me doing a jet change on those things, because it's probably a good 40-minute process. So I'll show you guys that. But that's all the stuff I got. So we got a pretty good pile of stuff here, and it's all for the flat deck, and a couple things for my other jet ski, and then a couple things are just extras. So we'll hopefully get all this stuff together. I'm waiting on a brace, and I kind of got screwed, so we'll figure that out and hopefully get this flat deck going as soon as possible. So thanks for subscribing, and like and comment, ask me any questions you have, any videos you want me to make, and I will try to definitely release those videos that you guys want. So just let me know what's up, and I'll see you guys in the next one.